Hey everybody, I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I went to a concert last night in Hubert Heights, Ohio. I saw Alice Cooper with special guest Ace Frehley. So Ace was opening up, and I will discuss that part of the show first. As you can see, I'm wearing my Alice Cooper Constrictor Tour shirt from 1986. Still fits. I want to give a shout out to my friend Don, who went with me to the concert. He comments on these videos a lot of times, and also got to take my son Alex, again, my youngest son. So now both my sons have seen Alice Cooper and this current band that he has. Anyway, let me get on to the review. Ace Frehley opens up. Great to see Ace go way back, obviously, with Ace Frehley, one of my favorite guitar players, one of my first guitar heroes, I guess, because I was like 11 when I bought my first Kiss album. So I've always had a soft spot for Ace. Ace is kind of a quirky fellow, as we all know. Great guitar player, a little sloppy at times, but still, he definitely has solos that stick in your head and you remember. So last year, he put out that Secret Origins Volume 2, or Origins Volume 2, whatever it was, which is a bunch of cover songs that he has done to, these were artists that had inspired him. So that's kind of what he was touring off of. So let me go over the set list here first. He opened up with Rocket Ride, which was really cool. Went into Parasite, did Strutter, Rip It Out, Never in My Life. He didn't do the full song of that, but that's by Mountain. And then from that, he went right into Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin, which he did play the whole version of that. They did Detroit Rock City. These might be out of order, I'm not sure. Detroit Rock City, New York Groove, Shock Me. He did a pretty lengthy guitar solo, and then Deuce. So, as you can see, he didn't do a really long set. He did talk a bit in between a few songs, tell a couple stories. Probably would have been nicer if he would have told a few more stories. So, great to see Ace. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed everything he played. He's got a great band with him. He has the same band that Gene Simmons used when he did that solo tour of his. So these guys can all play. They can sing. They're really, really talented. He's got a really good band. As much as I loved seeing Ace, as great as it was, I would have had a little bit different set list. Now, like I said, my youngest son was with me. He doesn't really know a whole lot of Ace solo stuff, but he does know the Kiss stuff. So, he enjoyed it because he knew all those Kiss songs. Now, myself, I'm kind of like, okay, why are you doing like Detroit Rock City or Strutter? You didn't write those songs. Yes, obviously he played on them. He's in Kiss. He has every right to do them, but it's like I would have chosen something else. You're already doing a few cover songs because that's what your last album was. So, where's Rock Soldiers or Into the Night? Anything off of Trouble Walking, more off of the 78 solo album. He could have done more from that. I don't really get that, why he didn't do more just Ace Frehley solo stuff as opposed to the Kiss stuff. I realized the crowd, maybe because he was kind of opening for Alice Cooper, but it was kind of almost billed as a co-headlining thing. So I would have liked to hear more of that. That's a complaint that I have. Not that I didn't enjoy the show. It was great. Ace was awesome. He opened up with Rocket Ride, which is great. One of my favorite Ace songs, right? I wish he wouldn't have opened up with that because if you know Ace, it sometimes takes him that first song, he's getting his crap together there. So, he had a few hiccups in that song. Still great. I mean, I love it. Parasite, now he can totally play that because he wrote that song. You know, even though he didn't sing it originally, he has every right to play it. So Ace sounded great. So much fun. Guitar hero of mine. His guitar solo, pretty cool. He added like a lot of different sections into it, so it did go on for quite a while. So fun to see Ace. Always love him. Definitely want to see him again. Maybe play a longer set. Next up, the king himself, Mr. Alice Cooper. Boy, I tell you what. Alice Cooper is just an amazing artist. One of the best live shows you can see. If you have never seen Alice Cooper, you're a rock and roll fan, man, you have got to see him before he hangs it up. And I say that like, you know, well, he's nearing retirement, but who knows? The guy's in his early 70s, still putting on great shows. I saw him in 2019. Luckily, my other son, my oldest son, was with me, so he got to see that. My wife was there. She got to see Alice. And this current band, because I tell you what, the band he has right now is the best band he's had. I've been seeing Alice, obviously, for many years, and the band that he has been playing with for the past few years is the best I have seen. Let me read them off here. Chuck Garrick on bass, Glenn Sobel on drums, Tommy Hendrickson on guitar, Ryan Roxy on guitar, man, he's good, and of course, Nita Strauss on guitar. She is another star in this show, right there with Alice. And he's got his wife, Cheryl Cooper, doing some of the different characters on stage. She's a big part of the show, so it is just a fantastic show. Let me go through the songs here. These are not in order, but he did, off of the latest album, he did Rock and Roll, Social Debris, and Go Man Go. I love the song Go Man Go. I also like Rock and Roll. Social Debris I would have changed for a different song. Okay, other songs. Feed My Frankenstein, always great. 18, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Bed of Nails. That's the thing. That's when you see me read this off. You can see there's like a few songs on there that he always digs out. Like, and other songs he didn't even do. He's not afraid to say, okay, he didn't even play Welcome to My Nightmare or I Never Cry. Be My Lover. He didn't even play some of those songs because he likes to mix things up. He's always going to play some of those hits. He knows people they want to hear those songs, but he is not afraid to dig out some other songs. And that's why I love Alice Cooper. That's the difference between him and Kiss. Kiss thinks they have to do the same freaking songs all the time, pretty much. Alice does not do that. He is always going to dig out a handful of nuggets for the fans. Okay, like Bed of Nails. Under My Wheels. Now, he did Fallen in Love off of the Paranormal album. He went back to the Constrictor album and did He's Back, the Man Behind the Mask, which, of course, was from one of the Friday the 13th movies. And Jason Voorhees did make an appearance on stage, so that was cool. Did My Stars from School's Out. Did $1 Billion Babies with this big giant baby that was on stage going around. That was a lot of fun. He went to his creepy Alice persona there. I mean, he's creepy throughout most of it, of course, but extra creepy on this part. He did Steven, the complete version of Steven, not the whole trilogy, but he did do the complete song, Steven from the Welcome to My Nightmare. And I don't know if I've ever seen him do the complete song. He always does like a little piece of it. He did the full song, followed by Dead Babies. So that was the real creepy moments of it. He did that. He did Teenage Frankenstein. They always have those melodies that they throw in where the band gets to jam and stuff, like where Alice is off stage bit. They did I Love the Dead, Devil's Food with Black Widow. They also, Nita Strauss got to do not a real long one, but a fairly long guitar solo. Sounded great. Nita Strauss, if you're not aware of her, I mean, she's also put out a solo album, but she's been with Alice for a few years. An amazing guitar player. And she is definitely a star of the show also. She got quite the round of applause, as did Alice's wife, Cheryl. But this band, they put their egos at the door, man. They just share the stage. So great. Such a great band. Poison. He did Poison, Escape. My buddy Aaron will appreciate this. He did Roses on White Lace off the Raise Your Fist and Yell album. That was fantastic. That was great to hear. And of course, he did School's Out for the Encore, and if you have never seen Alice, you might be surprised the first time you see him, because Alice does not talk on stage, very, very little until the very end. I don't know that he said anything until during the encore. But yet he communicates through the audience just with his gestures and his faces. He has total command of that stage. Alice Cooper is just one of the greatest. He is a rock and roll legend, still bringing it live. This band that he has right now, man, they could compete with anybody out there on stage, man. They are tight. They are fun to watch. They're entertaining. All three of the guitarists can just solo, and they all sound great. Great set list. If you get a chance to see Alice and Ace on this tour, man, you've got to take it. It is a fun show. I am actually glad that the next concert I'm going to be seeing is kind of a different genre, because I wouldn't want to compare it to this show. It was fantastic. So that's my review. Alice Cooper and Ace Frehley 2021 from Hubert Heights, Ohio. If you've seen Alice, let me know. Appreciate all the comments. Oh, got this koozie from the Detroit Stories, his latest album there. I thought that was the only thing I got, because the shirts were expensive, so that was all I was going to buy. But then I did buy one of those cheap knockoff shirts in the parking lot. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I picked that up. Until the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.